I'm recording.
I'm recording.
1, 2,
2, 3. Wait, hold on.
What the fuck?
You started counting. You never count. That fucked me up. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Laughs, bits, tangents. Matt and Mike, virginal fans, began watching One Piece and everything the show had to offer, and their nonsense ideas drove them to create their podcast.
Buggy the Clown is back. Fuck.
This is a One Piece podcast.
These words lured listeners to their grand show in what's now known as the Funpiecepodcast.
Yayo, 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 ho ho, set sail for Fun Piece. It's the name of the podcast with Matt and Mike. Yayo, yayo, set sail for Fun Piece.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Fun Piece Podcast. My name is Matt.
My name's Mike.
No, don't you dare do this again.
What?
Oh, what?
What? Oh, what the
Hey,
fuck?
everybody, it's me. Wow, it's me, Franky. Welcome to the Fun Piece Podcast, the most super podcast of all of One Piece. I'm breaking Matt's level so bad right now.
God, I don't want to edit this audio.
Mike, it's so great to see you. What's happening?
Hey, Franky, what's going on? What'd you do with Matt?
Well, he's just going to give me some cola. I'm definitely not going to overstay my welcome like someone else might have last week.
Who did the? Oh, the guy I killed, Don Flamingo.
Yeah, congratulations. I can't believe you killed one of the warlords of the sea. That's super awesome.
You sound a lot more like a radio DJ than normal. I'm really into it.
It's pretty great being a radio DJ. I picked it up into my part-time. I made a little radio room on the sunny.
Franky.
Yeah.
Franky.
Mike.
I need you to go like sedate Matt so we can do the entire episode together.
I would love to do that, but that would be against my moral values, bro.
Franky, what was it like when Robin grabbed your testicles?
Man, it hurt so bad, but also it felt super.
Franky, how many times have you had coitus, if that's not too forward of me asking?
I don't even know, bro. So many times.
Hell yeah.
It's definitely just off the charts. I don't have a little
so
clicker
exciting.
taking notes or numbers. I'm just living my life the best I can.
It's so crazy that you're here because we're actually going to talk about, this is legally a filler episode of our podcast, about the show you're on, about your adventures as a Straw Hat Pirate.
Whoa.
And I don't know if you know this, but Matt isn't too crazy about, how you've developed over the 2 years that you were training. But I fucking love it. I was just watching the fan letter episode, and I was thinking, I'd be the guy who's like, I want to meet Franky.
Hey,
I wanna hang with this guy.
bro, it's a learned experience, I'm a little different than when last time you saw me, and maybe you'll learn to love me just as I am.
I know. I love you immediately. I really like your little hands.
Oh, yeah, they come in. Bet you can't guess what I do with those hands. Lots of detail work and small handling of things, because my big hands are way too big.
What do you like to do in your free time, Franky?
What do I like to do?
Yeah.
I make little small woodworking products for my friends, and I like to work on my body, but not in a toxic masculine way, just like a mechanical way, because I'm mostly machine.
Yeah, did you get the abs through doing a lot of crunches, or did you build the abs?
Back in the day, crunches. Now, a little bit of both.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's Matt. He's got my cola. Cool.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, bro? Thanks for the cola.
Franky. I'll miss you.
Super freak out.
Oh my god.
Wow, I can't believe it, Mike. Hi. Did you see Franky? He was here with me this whole time. He's my new roommate.
I'm just gonna be so depressed that he's not still here the rest of this episode. I love you, Matt, but I get to talk to you every week.
Yeah, I know. It's I get a little boring. I understand. Wow, I can't believe last week Don Flamingo, this week Franky. Man, look at us.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's he
I really hope
he doing at your house?
He heard that I had a soda stream, and he was like, "You can make your own soda? Crazy." So he
Yeah, he should put one of those on the Sunny. Yeah.
Yeah, right? I haven't used that since I got it as a gift, like the week I got it as a gift. But he came in and he showed me the light, you know?
Does he ever did you ask it, does he ever just do like a seltzer?
I'd imagine he does, but I'm sure he doesn't like it, you know? Like
Yeah.
he seems like he does. He's not really like a diet guy either, but you know, he's got to take it where he can get it.
Everyone's like, Frankie, you seem like you're having an off day, and he's like, just had some. I only had seltzer.
Yeah. He's probably like a little bubbly, like he's like, "What's up?" But he's also yeah. I hope he didn't blow out mic levels too bad.
Yeah, no,
He
it's
seemed
gonna
to
be
be-
really. It's gonna be fun to edit that one.
He seemed like he was screaming a lot.
Yeah, he was. He has one volume.
It's true.
It's one volume. It honestly wasn't too different.
Yeah. Oh man, I'll have to tell him that. He and I have the same vocal inflection. That's really exciting. Wow. Whoa.
Man, I didn't expect that. I was going to talk about how Don Flamingo bit me and it itches and it's got like a little bit of pink growth around it.
Oh,
but
no.
it's probably nothing.
Are you growing a Kobe?
I don't know. I put some ointment on it. It seems like it's fine.
Yeah. That's good. I'm proud of you for hustling through it
Yeah.
and killing that guy.
It's definitely like nothing I'm going to, talk about again for a while, but will give me options in the future if I feel like doing, if we feel like, something funny could happen.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Frankie lives with me now. I just established that.
Oh, he's there permanently.
Well, it's like he's a roommate and he like pays rent, but he's like subletting, but like no one's filling the sublet. He's trying to sublet, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're off on adventures all the time, so.
Right. So like if he wants like a place just to crash.
It's here, but also like he's got to pay the rent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it. Honestly, out of all the Straw Hats, I feel like he's the only one who would.
I'd agree.
Him, Sanji, and Usopp, I think, would pay rent.
I feel like Sanji would try to barter and be like, "I'll cook you food," and it would be great, delicious, but also like it would after eating the food, it'd be like, "Oh, but I still need money."
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, he's the most employable.
It's true. He could get a job.
Well, him or Franky would be very employable.
Do you think the two of them are the most employable of the Straw Hats?
Nami's job is criminal. Luffy is like, I don't know what's less than uneducated, but that's what Luffy is. Same with Zoro.
Yeah.
Zoro could like maybe get a job as a carny.
Yeah.
I don't think he has the patience for it.
Chopper's a doctor.
Oh, Chopper is very employable. I don't
But
know if
he's
he'd
a
have a social
reindeer,
security card.
He's a reindeer,
he wouldn't have an. He'd have like he would have to go through a lot of stuff to get a job.
Honestly, Robin's probably the most employable. She definitely has the most knowledge.
I guess she would be a archaeologist, but I think a traditional job structure she wouldn't be about.
I feel like she could be the best librarian.
Yep.
Because she would just like be like, where are these books? And she'd just be like, I don't know, over there.
Somebody's like talking too loud, she'll just like make her mouth appear in their book, and it'll just say, "If you don't stop, I'll kill you." And then like they just feel her hands wrapping around their neck.
It's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That is pretty good.
Has anybody drawn? Oda's probably drawn Robin with librarian glasses.
I feel like I've seen that. Probably.
In your dreams?
Maybe, but that's fine. Anyway.
This is a filler episode. We're talking about fan letter And I'm going to talk a little bit about the reanimated Fishman Island stuff.
What the fuck, Michael? Yeah, this week.
Hey, Matt, spoilers. You've seen it all.
That's true.
It's nothing new.
This is a filler episode officially. I don't know if Mike said that with Franky or not, but this is a filler episode. The One Piece fan letter just came out on October 20th, a couple weeks ago. And fucking, we watched it, but we waited to watch it until after we were told that we should watch it after we watched Return to Saba Odi.
Yeah.
But you all really, in the Discord link in the description, a bunch of you motherfunners were like, you should watch it. It's really great.
So we did.
And
it was incredible. That's like one of the best animated things I've seen in a long time.
It was so smooth.
It was so, yeah.
It was like
the proportions of everything were really good.
It was all over the place, but like, I felt so. It was like a good Gucci, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. It's very. I want a whole movie that looks like that. I think that would be really good. Speaking of Strong World, Robin had, I guess, just like vanity glasses.
Yeah,
on.
she had glasses. I remember that.
And then there was an episode during. There's an episode where she had reading glasses on, and Nami sometimes has reading glasses.
Yeah,
I don't know if all these the Straw Hat Women are like farsighted or something.
Who knows? Perhaps. Farsighted. Yeah. Farsighted means you need glasses to read things up close.
Yes.
And nearsighted. I have glasses now. I'm not wearing them.
Yep.
I lost them when I was getting cola for Franky.
Hmm.
And I don't know where they are. So I'm going to have to read my own notes without my glasses on.
I have to turn my phone on mute because I'm getting an onslaught of memes from friend of the show, Lloyd Sheffield.
What?
Well, okay, listen.
I want memes from Lloyd Sheffield.
I think his like algorithm is just Sega stuff. So he just sends me like Sonic the Hedgehog in Like a Dragon memes.
Oh.
He hasn't played a Like a Dragon game.
That's fair.
So,
I mean, you also it is one of the rules. You don't want to fuck Sonic the Hedgehog.
yeah.
But Knuckles.
Not off the table.
Not off the table. Knuckles still on the table, very much so. What kind of table? That's for you all to imagine.
Right on the Master Emerald. Only when he's voiced by Idris Elba.
Goodness.
He's
So yeah, here we are. It's a filler episode.
Here we are.
Do you want to talk about anything, Mike, at all?
I had a dream last night where I was offered like a magical, like it was like an EpiPen injection that would just instantly give me boobs, and I said, I don't know, that might be fun. So I said yes in the dream, and I just found them very inconvenient.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, it wasn't a sexy dream. It was like a logistical nightmare of having to buy a whole new wardrobe.
Nice.
And I wasn't different. I just had boobs.
Visually
identical, just with boobs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Did you wake up? How did you feel when you woke up? Were you just like, huh?
Groggy. I didn't remember the dream until like a couple hours later, and then I thought it was really funny. Whoa. I also had a dream that people were trying to get me to do improv again.
Oh, jeez. Whoa.
Yeah, they were like, "Yeah, you want to do improv?" I was like, "Nah, man, I don't play that game no more."
They were in like a back alley, all wearing trench coats, and they were like, "Hey, come here, come here.
Got some prompts for you."
Hey. We're clap your hands, and you clapped your hands, and then they all froze, and they're like, now you have to tap one of us and take her exact position, and then continue with a completely different scene. Also put on this trench coat. It's part of the bit.
It's part of the bit. Yeah, no, I don't do any bits or jokes ever anymore.
Yeah. Not even on this podcast.
Nope. Never.
Can you believe we've been doing this for as long as we've been doing it?
Yeah. I mean, I think we've been doing this as long as I did improv for.
I don't think that's true. I think you did. I think you did it for at least 3 years, possibly 4.
Yeah, it's nebulous.
It's okay. We're almost there.
We'll peak once this podcast puts me through a table.
Ooh,
Yeah,
you're
that's
welcome. Put you through a table and dump fake gasoline on top of you.
Yeah, we won't explain that. That's some Matt and Mike lore.
Yeah, it wasn't improv. To be fair,
No, I really went through a table.
that was not fake. That was something else.
Straight
Anyway,
up went through a table.
should we? This is. I didn't plan at all for this, and we don't have to do this for this episode of the podcast. But I was.
Yeah.
I've been. I'm a person who is not perpetually online, but I'm online a fair amount. These days. Have you seen the Hear Me Out cake trend?
Hear me out cake?
Yeah, where basically people have like cake, and then everybody comes to the gathering, and they have like a little skewer with like a printout of like a fictional character, and they're like, "Hear me out," and then they put it on the cake, like basically just being like, "Hey, this is a person that I would be interested in getting with. Hear me out." But it's like a person that maybe, or creature or whatever, that, traditionally someone wouldn't be like jazzed about getting with. And then it's like a fun thing where it's like, oh, hear me out. The
Like,
Quaker
you're like
Oats man.
Because I've heard the like hear me out trend of like, who's your hear me out character? And it's like the Pillsbury Doughboy. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's, for the record, not my example. You just went quicker. You just went
Could
quicker.
be Mike.
He's always getting fingered. It's like he's on Bridgerton. I've never watched that. Why is it on a cake? Why are they putting it on cake?
I don't know. Just because then you get to eat cake afterwards, maybe.
Oh, is it like you pick the slice that the character's on?
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, I also, I might fuck with this.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay.
What?
So are you trying to figure out my hear me out?
Well, I was thinking maybe it'd be fun. We don't have to do it this episode of the podcast, but maybe we could. I was thinking we do like top 3 hear me outs for like Marines.
Okay. Okay.
Just because we don't.
Well, they have to be ridiculous though. I can't put Smoker.
You
on
can't.
there.
Yeah, Smoker doesn't count because Smoker's hot.
Okay. Number 1 is the Marine who got shot in the heart. I'd want to give him a good time before he died. I'd want to give him a night to remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I know his fate.
It's death. I was thinking about yeah, I don't know.
There's not that many like weird Marine. There's the 3-headed like Baskerville guy.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
That might be wild.
That's a good one. Hear me out.
But isn't that's just 3 guys in a trench coat, right?
I think they're technically attached, if I recall.
Yeah, I don't remember.
We don't have to do this right now. We can like put this off and do it another episode. I just thought it'd be fun.
No, you brought it up this episode. We're only talking about like two things.
2 things.
I think I'll talk about before we get into the fan letter, which I think is the real juicy stuff. I did watch the first finger quotes reanimated, like edited Return to Sabaody, Fishman Island episode that they're doing.
Whoa.
Which they kind of just put a filter on, like it's like a little bit more smudgy, and they like everything's got more gradients and shading than it did before.
Whoa.
Like it looks like they kind of like recolored it or something. Like obviously they're not putting their all into it, because I think the point is to give the animators a bit of a break so they can focus on other stuff or what. I don't know what the plan is with Toei.
Yeah.
I hope that's what it's for. But it pretty much condenses like the first 2 episodes into 1 episode. It is a little jarring because there's like when Nami's in the bar with the fake straw hats, the fake Nami like doesn't have the they don't have the shot where fake Nami like approaches real Nami.
Oh.
Like she's just suddenly there, and then Usopp is shooting her with a green star thing.
Interesting.
There's lots of like stuff like fake Robin is just suddenly getting bit by fake Chopper. Like the setup for some jokes isn't there. Because they're trying to like speed through it. But I imagine all this Return to Sabaody stuff is not that important. Like where we got an episode that was just a Brook concert. It's Brook's whole singing thing was like, well, this might even be like 3 or 4 episodes condensed into one. Like Luffy hockeying the fake Straw Hats was the halfway point of this episode.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I don't remember like how many episodes that took.
It took like
the Brook concert.
A few. Yeah.
Yeah. The Brook concert was like 3 seconds of them singing a song. So it's super condensed. I imagine it's going to get to the Fishman Island stuff pretty quickly. I mean, I think we, spoilers, we did watch Fishman Island episodes already. The pace of them being underwater for a while is pretty slow at the start.
It very much is, yeah.
So I can see why they would want to like speed some of that up. But yeah, no, I mean, it's interesting, I guess. Fishman Island must be like a notoriously slow arc or something.
Maybe. I mean, I know that it's 57 episodes, and I know that...
No, that's not bad.
And I mean, so far what we have seen of it, which you'll experience in the next episodes of the podcast, there's like a lot of time of Sanji just... It's like a lot of Sanji doing that. Like there's literally like a very extended, almost 30-second long, like slow zoom on his face on boobs, just going like, we're knee deep in horny One Piece. It's like Fishman Island is just like boobies for days. Yeah, it's
and like definitely fulfilling somebody's fetishes in like from like 3 different angles.
Yeah, it's something.
It is. I'm gonna wager it's not gonna be one of my favorite arcs, but who knows?
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, maybe Foxy will show up.
I mean, you never know. I have so many questions, but we'll get to that when we get to that. We're not talking about that today. So, Mike, you got any hear me outs for Marines?
I don't know. There's not that many freaky Marines.
I mean, I got a couple. Vice Admiral John Giant.
Okay.
Hear me out. He's a big lover, and I would love to be picked up and cuddled and held close in a spoon position. That'd be nice.
He is big.
He's a big boy. Django. Hear me out, Django.
Okay.
He's got he's got great dance moves, so we can have a great time on the dance floor together. Maybe if I'm having anxiety or a panic attack, he can hypnotize me and make me stop. So that feels nice. I don't know if that's healthy, but it's a solution.
I got Jaguar D Sol.
Oh yeah, Jaguar D Sol.
Right, that's his name.
Yeah,
Jaguar D Sol.
Yeah.
I think about him a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Bluno.
Oh, gross. Bluno? Who's the name of the guy who's the wolf?
Who cares?
I like the wolf guy.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. There's something. There's something about him.
Okay, wait. Kaku, but he's in pasta machine form.
No, gross. Ugh.
I want to ride his neck like a stripper pole.
It's pretty good. All right. We could delve into this more later, but anyway. Should we talk about fan letter? Should we just do it?
Spawned him?
No, fuck off. Funk Freed. Hell yeah, Funk Freed. I'll bring Funk Freed around. He's an elephant, but we can make it work. He's technically a sword.
Oh,
we can make it work.
I do. Man, I can't talk about it until we talk about the Fishman Island episodes, but I do have my what is it called? My hear me out.
Yeah, you hear
One
me out.
One of the fishmen in the background in there.
Oh,
Gotta hear me out.
oh, I can't. I hope it's the same one I'm thinking of.
Do they remind you of Big Lips Phil?
Maybe.
Mine is Big Lips Phil energy.
All right. Well, we'll get there. Oh, I have a new bit, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's the best way to present it. Throw it out there. What is it? This is filler. They're just getting us raw.
Yeah, we're just getting raw. I have a new bit. So every episode, you do a title. Mm-hmm. I do a buggy watch, and then you at the end of the episode do an MVP. So I decided I want to do something at the end of episodes as well. So I'm going to be doing best dressed. From the episode from
best dressed.
Who I think is best dressed. There might have been a particular character in a couple podcast episodes from now where won multiple anime episodes in a row. But it's fine.
Best dressed.
Anyway, this is what happens when we record. We watch too many in a row to.
Yeah. Listen, spoilers. We're getting ahead of things, so we're recording a bunch of episodes today. The energy's gonna be weird.
Energy's gonna be crazy today, next week, and the week after, everyone. Because Mike and I are.
It's gonna devolve.
We're getting a little crazy today. But
we're getting so crazy.
So, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get nasty with it.
One Piece fan letter. This was just a nice warm hug.
Episode
One Piece fan letter.
122 20.
Oh, weird.
I don't know what episode it counts as.
I don't know.
1122.5.
Let's just say it's episode 492.
Hold on, wait, I can get this. I took a screenshot.
It's its own thing on Netflix, where I watched on the superior streaming platform.
It's season 15, episode 9002, special 17.
Nice, hell yeah.
Special 17.
This is just like a warm hug. It was very nice.
It was.
The music was great.
Nice. I just I want these people should just make an entire spin-off show, like a limited run series about the ongoing impacts that the Straw Hats have had on people around them, for better or for worse.
I mean, that's kind of fun
because it was why if you lived in this world, it's these are mythical monsters. These people are something else.
Yeah. And just seeing flashes of them is just yeah, it's great.
And that's the crux of the main character, who is just enamored. I don't think we get her name.
I don't think we get anyone's names. I think we just got.
We get one guy who loves Chopper.
Oh,
we get that guy's name, which I get it, man. It's primarily follows a young girl who loves Nami, because she's not powerful. She's doesn't use devil fruit powers or have immense strength like Sanji or Zoro. She's just really clever, and it gives her a lot of hope.
Yeah, and she's kind of modeled her whole look after Nami as well. She's a little mini Nami. She's got her hair like that. Yeah. She does her own little map drawings. She's got sandals.
She even doesn't wear her glasses, so she looks more like her.
Yep.
Even though she can barely see.
Yeah. We get right at the beginning of it is just this wild fucking animation sequence of just battle of Marineford battle, just fucking crazy, snippets montage of every fucking character. It's crazy. It's so good.
Yep.
We go through that. There's a bunch of flashes.
There's
of
some
characters.
normal Marines too in there.
Yeah.
of like them like who end up being like main characters in this.
Yeah, we get flashes of them, and we keep seeing this like constant reference to a puzzle piece.
Yeah,
which is sort of like an overarching like motif and theme in this is like the this isn't whatever. It's basically the puzzle pieces of like the puzzle of the Straw Hats like adventure and how these individual people are affected by the Straw Hats and how they ultimately end up contributing to that story of the Straw Hats adventure. They like placing, literally like you see them placing their puzzle piece in like this like story that is the Straw Hats adventure across the Grand Line. And it's very cool. It's like beautiful.
Yeah, if you're ever depressed, just watch this episode.
Yeah.
Because it's like a little reminder that like you might not be a stretchy boy punching his way through the government, but like every person contributes something to life in a little way, even if they don't realize they're doing it.
Yeah.
It's very sweet.
It's very
like the Straw Hats might not have made it out of Sabaody if these people didn't bump into each other and like work together.
It's true. They fucking wouldn't have if it wasn't for that little girl.
Yep. She did it.
She did it.
Yeah, we cut to, was it Sabaody? There's like crowds of people during the events of the war. They're trying to watch it on the screens. The little Nami, young girl, is like, oh my god, I hate pirates so much. But then she sees a poster of Nami and is immediately like enamored. She's like, oh, what? And it just like hard cuts to her sitting at her desk surrounded by the Straw Hats posters.
Yep.
And she's like writing
a fan letter,
like, trying to copy all her mannerisms and has like tangerines and stuff.
Mm-hmm. She's writing her little fan letter. She wants to give it to Nami. She's fighting with her mom, grandma, some old lady.
I think it's her mom trying to get her to deliver some stuff to like some brothers.
Yeah. She's like, nah.
This is like 2 years later, like, you know, when the Straw Hats are returned to Sabaody.
Yeah. We get that. We cut over. We get like a flashback to Marineford, and we see these two Marine brothers. One of them who is like slightly higher, like officer than the other one.
Yeah, and he's real cocky about it.
Yep, and he's like, "You got to be smarter," to the younger brother. So we see them there, and then we cut over to present day, and it's like a bunch of the Marines talking about when they were like fighting in Marineford, and then also like ogling about seeing Hawkeye Mihawk, and then also talking about
it's like your internal dialogue.
Yeah, it just turns into all these Marines being like, "Who's the best swordsman? Is it Hawkeye Mihawk? Is it Zoro? Who is it?" And then we cut over to a bookshop, like magazine.
Oh, and fucking who's there in the bar too?
It's Zoro. Zoro's in the bar listening, going, "Huh." Yeah. We cut over to like a magazine bookshop, not store name Book with proprietor of Book, sadly, but there's a woman there, and she fucking like Soul King, and then also there's a magazine about Franky.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out like what happened to him, and they just have the blurriest nude photos of him ever.
Yeah.
He's like a cryptid.
He's like a weird cryptid. It's great.
Like he is the One Piece Bigfoot.
Yeah, and it shows like as she's like reading this magazine, it's showing like live interviews at Water 7, and it's like them talking with Paulie, and Paulie's like, "I never heard of him," and then they talk to Iceberg, and they're like, "Who are you talking about?"
Women.
Yeah.
Oh no, they try to talk to Iceberg, but there's like a little girl with bangs who's just like, "You need an appointment." And Tyrannosaurus is on her head.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But then, so she puts the book down and then moves, and then right behind her is Robin standing in the bookshop.
Yep. She like gets because it's like little kids like reading the magazine for free, and she gives them the boot.
Yep. This is
The-
this whole experience. My notes might be skewed at what actually is happening because I watched this all not taking notes because Mike and I usually are watching the anime with the dub on.
Yeah.
And this is only subtitled and it was in Japanese, so I had to read things and also watch the show and also try to take notes. So it's hard to do that.
different.
This is a reason why we watch the dub.
Yeah. I mean, also the dub is like 90% our usual like Funimation voice actors,
That's
like
also
Chris Sabat and stuff. So it's like all comfort.
yes.
Comfort food.
I mean, yes, of course.
Yeah, it was hard to because this is a very fast-paced episode. Shit just happens.
Oh my God.
Because they fit so much, and it's not like a bad flow. It's just like boom, 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 boom with things. Like they get so much out of 1 second in this episode.
Yeah.
Like there's I think like a 1 or 2 second shot of Luffy in Marineford gum pistoling Marines, and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like. Incredible, but like it's just like a snippet.
Yeah.
I rewound this episode so many times just to rewatch stuff.
Yeah.
In
hindsight, we should have did like a watch along for this one.
it would have just been us losing our minds.
Just be like, oh, look at that! Oh my God! Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We cut back to the young girl. She's talking about she has like this like thing of like top secret, and it's like her like Pepe Sylvia poster of trying to figure out. She's like, I know what the 3D2Y means because it's all about how the like Saba Odi sea pickles or something or sea cucumbers like flower every couple years, and like that means they're going to meet today because this is the day that they do that, and that was the secret of the message. And she's completely wrong but also somehow right, which is very funny.
Yeah, it just worked out.
Yeah. So she figures out that they're reuniting that day. She runs out into the street. It's like wicked crowded because of the Soul King concert. She gets shoved into the crowd, and then everybody gets depressed because of Perona.
She gets shoved into the crowd though by the two suits who have Throbbing and Andy Slopper in their bag.
Yeah. Yeah. And some of those concert people are just like, this girl needs more milk in her bones. And then all the ghosts hit them, and Perona's just browsing a store, just being like, I wonder if that idiot made it to the ship.
Yeah. And then we cut back to the bar where all those Marines are talking about who's the best swordsman, and then they all start making fun of Zoro for putting a sword in his mouth.
They've got like utensils. They're like, I'm 3 utensil style.
Yeah. And then immediately he just like he finishes his drink, slams it down, and then you don't even see him hit them. They all just immediately are like, knocked the fuck out on the table, and then he just walks by being like
yeah, there's like a giggle, like them giggling, flash, they're all knocked out, and then like the Zoro fan is just like, I wonder why that guy's so upset.
We see a Marine who he's tasked with delivering a very important letter with some instructions to a top secret fucking whatever Marine ship area that's gonna make a weapon to stop the Straw Hats.
Yeah, it's like a letter that looks exactly like the fan letter that the girl wrote.
Whoa!
But it's got like a key. It's got like a key card in it, and it's given to him by the benevolent King of the Waves, is what his name is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we get anything else from.
We don't get any other thing from his name,
but he's like a badass war hero.
Yes,
from the Marineford War. The guy walks out. He like jokes about dropping it, and like this like the benevolent King of the Waves is fucking huge. He's like a big scary man, and he's like gets immediately angry when he jokes about it. It's one of the two brothers, the one with the longer hair, the younger one.
Yep.
Who walks out, and the two Marines guarding the door are like, hey man, you shouldn't joke. That dude like saved all of us when he held up an entire glacier, stopping it from crushing our ship. And that dude leaves. We cut back to see the benevolent king of the waves like open a drawer, and it's just a bunch of pictures of Chopper. And he's like oh, his cuteness surprise. He's like, his cuteness surprises me every time he punches his desk really hard, and he's like exploding with love for Chopper.
Yeah,
and then his transponder snail rings, and he completely composes himself. It's amazing. I love this dude so much.
Yep. We then see Chopper, who's in the bookshop.
Yep.
And he's looking at the Franky magazine, being like, "Oh my God, Franky!"
Yeah.
What happens after that?
I think it's been like half an hour. The girl says she's like, "I've been depressed for half an hour." She runs by, and it shows Chopper. The animation is really good here too, because Chopper's flipping through, and he's like, "I wonder if like Franky's different. I hope he's okay." And then like he just closes the book, and then suddenly it just cuts to him walking out of the bookstore, and the young proprietor of book is like, "Oh, he didn't buy anything. Damn." Mm-hmm. And then she gets yelled at by her boss for leaving the key in the back door, which is important.
That's important for later. Puzzle piece.
That's important for later. Puzzle piece.
The little Nami girl, she ends up running into the brother Marine who has the weapon instructions, and she gets her letter knocked out of her hands. And she's like, "Oh no, my fan letter." And he picks up the fan letter and thinks it's the letter that the fucking hero of the waves gave him. So he puts it in his little satchel. And then a little girl gets stared down by enormous, giant, blonde Marine.
This piece of shit like steps on her hand and calls her like a useless pebble.
Yeah, he's a dick.
And then he's like,
"Fuck this guy.
Your stuff's in my way," and it's like a pencil and a piece of paper.
Yep.
And then like she goes to pick it up, and he like stands over her again and just calls her a useless piece of shit, and she starts to cry.
This guy sucks.
Fuck this.
This guy
fuck
sucks.
this dude. Fuck this absolute bastard.
This guy blows dogs for quarters.
Who taught you that?
I don't know. I think I heard.
Who taught you to talk like that?
I think I heard it in a movie or something.
Stop.
Sorry.
You know you're not supposed to watch movies without.
I know. I'm only supposed to watch One Piece.
Yeah.
I can't watch anything other than One Piece.
Luffy would never talk about blowing dogs for quarters.
Or Dawn to Dawn. Can I watch Dawn to Dawn, Mike? I'm allowed to watch Dawn to Dawn.
You're going to like this. I mean, it was the same issue either way. I was like, I could pay for a month of Netflix and watch Fan Letter, or I could pay for like $8 for Crunchyroll. Mm-hmm. So I did that. So I'm going to watch Dawn to Dawn. I've been told by so many people to watch Dawn to Dawn because it's full of really good old ladies.
It's true. Turbo Granny.
Yeah, I want to.
The other grandma.
Turbo Granny is a prominent character.
Turbo Granny just got a new lease on life in the most recent episode, and boy,
Does
it's
she
great.
continue to look old and scary?
No, it's great.
God damn it. Okay, well, I'll withhold my judgment. I'll watch Dawn to Dawn. We'll do a special episode on Dawn to Dawn.
You don't know what that means, though, Mike. You don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. I've just seen one clip of her just going, "I'll let you suck on my teat if you let me taste your dong," or something like that.
She gets a new lease on life, and it's going to make you very happy.
Okay. All right. I trust the people in my life.
This is a One Piece podcast, everyone.
It's gonna be a Dawn to Fun.
Ooh, Dawn to Fun. Fun to
Fun to Fun?
Fun to Fun? Fun done fun?
And then we can have we'll just play Pikmin music all the time.
Fun?
Yeah. Fun for fun?
Fun? Hey everyone, if you want to hear a fun podcast, let us know. Send us a transponder snail funpiecepodcast at gmail.com, or go join the Discord. Link in the description.
The girl is crying, but then a strange man with no shirt who is buff, and it's hilarious. He's wearing cool overalls and has a really cool hat. Helps pick up her stuff and hands it to her, and then she's like, oh, that guy took my letter. And he's like, oh, I saw a Marine go in there. And it's like a scary bar with a bunch of scary guys.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I got a secret. You just say, hello, I'm just waiting for something, just a water for now, please. And it hard cuts to her saying that to the bartender. And the bartender's like, get the hell out.
Yeah. It's great.
It was Usopp. Usopp helped her.
It was
'cause
Usopp.
Usopp's a good boy.
Yeah. And it turns out that's the same bar that all those Marines who were fighting about who's the best swordsman were in. And they're still arguing about it. And then who appears holding groceries and is like, hey, what about Blackleg Sanji there? It's Sanji. And then he says that and immediately everyone just laughs at him. And then again, they all somehow end up getting kicked and hit on a table. And he walks out going, rah, 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 rah.
I hope that eventually Sanji stops being a virgin so he can just be fixed.
We could talk more about this on another episode.
I just want Sanji to have sex.
I feel like we're going to talk.
He needs it so bad.
I think we're going to talk a lot about Sanji over the next couple of months with Fishman Island, and it's just going to be a lot. So we'll get there.
Yeah.
Let's enjoy.
He's good in this.
He's
He's good in this.
Yeah. The fucking... What the fuck did I write?
The girls under the table.
Girls on the table.
Marine.
The
younger Marines drinking, like having a fun time, and she goes to take the letter, but she grabs the wrong letter, and she sees that it's the pass key. So she is like, "Oh shit, he just has a letter that looks like mine." So she puts it back and then goes to get the other one, but then the older brother comes in and starts yelling at the younger one. Big bro. So he moves so she can't grab it. And then one of the drunk Marines is like, oh, who's your favorite Straw Hat? We're all talking about our favorites. And the younger brother's like, oh, he likes Luffy. Luffy's his favorite. And then the older brother is like, oh, you guys supporting pirates? Huh? And everyone gets very like, ugh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. But then we get a flashback. And we get this
PTSD.
Beautiful fucking like vignette of the older brother being trapped under Oars Jr.'s body. And then...
Yeah, he's like being crushed by his leg.
He's about to die. And then a ship gets tossed and it ends up knocking fucking the leg enough so that he gets free. And then he ends up going and having to save... He sees his brother, his younger brother, in peril and goes and saves his younger brother. And while this is happening, he sees Luffy and Ace fighting together. And
well, he's about to run away.
Yeah, he's
like leaving his brother behind, but he sees Luffy and Ace like zoom by.
Yeah,
and like Luffy yells like, "He's my brother!"
Yeah, and it inspires him to be like, "I love my brother. I'm going to save my brother." And then he goes and saves his brothers. And like music's swelling, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, and I'm crying. And then he puts his puzzle piece in the puzzle piece.
Yeah. So he's kind of like, the only reason my brother made it is because Luffy inspired me to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And his leg is like gushing blood. His leg's really fucked up.
Yeah.
But like he gets the drive to just run back and save his buddy.
Yep. His bruddy.
His brother.
His bruddy.
His bruddy. Then we cut back to modern, to Sabaody.
Yeah. We get the girl, she's running, she's like on top of a lamppost, and she's like in between.
Oh yeah, because they hear that the Straw Hats are at 46 or whatever.
So there's like fighting, there's pirates, there's Marines, everybody's fighting, and she's just like on top of a lamppost like, ah! And then she goes to fall, and as she's falling off of it, she sees Luffy fucking destroying the fucking pacifista, and she's like, oh, yeah, there he is. Yeah. It's really
that
him.
Older brother guy is like, oh, good, he's doing all right. That's nice.
Yeah. And she hears that the Marines have a weapon that releases poison that dissolves coatings on ships.
Yeah.
So then she's like, oh, I gotta go fucking help.
Yep. She rushes off, and the brother is like,
little girl,
gonna help her.
We see Book Lady, and she's like, I want to see Soul King.
Yeah, she's depressed, and some kids are making fun of her, and then they're like, oh shit, she's crying. We feel bad.
Yep. the girl and the Marine are like, what are we going to do? And the girl's like, I have a fucking... Because there's fighting everywhere. And the girl and Marine, and she's like, I know a shortcut. We can go this way. And he's like, fine. So then they go, and they both end up falling into the bookstore.
Yeah. And like they were like headed that way, but Rayleigh was like blocking it or something.
Yeah,
as part of it, but she knew the shortcut. Yeah. Well, they go into the bookstore because the fucking bugs show up and start attacking.
Yeah. So they go in the bookstore, and then she's just talking. The little girl's talking about how Nami inspires her. Fucking shit's popping off, and then he's like, and then they're like, we gotta get going, and then she's like, how are we supposed to get out of here? And he's like, look at this, and it's the key in the back door. Puzzle piece.
Yeah. Puzzle piece. The the younger brother gets caught in the crowd for Brooke's concert as like that bird with Luffy and Chopper and all them flies away. The rest are running they're going toward, was it Grove 42?
42.
Yeah. And Piranha's ghosts like just hit all the Marines, but the little girl dodges it because she knows about it now.
Yeah.
And she just books it herself. There's some like cool shots of the older brother Marine like Tarzan sliding down one of the Grove trees.
Oh my god,
it's
yeah.
really cool.
It's very cool.
Before he gets depressed.
He gets depressed, falls down, and she's like, oh, I gotta keep running, but then she gets grabbed by the fucking big blonde shitty Marine man, and he slams her on the ground.
He's got a Boy Meets World haircut.
He does. He sucks so bad. But then she like looks off, and she can see in the distance. She can see on one side the Sunny being like cannoned by Marines, and then down the hill she sees the like poison weapon that the Marines are trying to get working so they could melt the coating on the Sunny. And she puts two and two together, and she's like, puzzle piece. I gotta help the Straw Hats.
And then suddenly the bookstore girl and the two kids just like dome the Marine who had her pinned down, so they like smack into her. It's very fun because this is basically how the Straw Hats function, is they all kind of end up somewhere and then intersect at the right moments.
It's great.
So he gets knocked out. She runs down the hill to the boat, grabs the letter, and like everyone's like freaking out. The benevolent king of the waves jumps aboard and is gonna like grab her. She slides under his legs, and then he sees Chopper on the Sunny, and he's just paralyzed. And he blocks everybody else by accident. And then she sees the Straw Hats like through the waves on the Sunny heading out, and then she had grabbed her fan letter and rips it in half.
Well, she grabs a letter.
A letter, sorry.
We didn't know it's her fan letter yet. She grabbed a letter, rips it in half, and all the Marines freak out because they're like, oh,
yeah,
that's the pass.
The younger brother's like, well, she's just a kid, it's fine. And then they're like being like, no, she is like helping pirates. And then she's like, no, I just ripped my own letter that was taken from me.
That's the big reveal where everyone goes, oh.
Tsunami shit right there.
And then as that's happening, it's too late. And we just hear Luffy go, set sail! And she sees the Straw Hats bubbling away. Blub, 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 blub.
The credits are amazing. We get the Straw Hats singing the new theme song. Was it We Go?
Uh-huh.
And
1, 2, sunshine, go.
Yeah. I wasn't sold on it, but I've just been like letting it play when watching episodes. I'm like, nah, this hits.
Yeah, apparently, the Straw Hat, the voice actors for the Straw Hats are saying it, and apparently on the new episodes of Fishman Island, it's the same version, according to my sources.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it.
I can confirm it is.
Cool.
There's also some interstitial stuff, and I should not have watched the new intro.
You shouldn't have watched anything, Mike. What are you doing?
Well, it's all stuff we've seen before.
What are you doing?
I didn't think the new intro is like, finger quotes, spoiler. You can guess. It just shows plot beats, and you're like, yeah, we all knew this was going to happen.
Okay.
It's really nothing.
Okay.
It's really nothing.
All right. Well, best dressed for this One Piece fan letter was Oars Jr.'s dead body. I thought he looked really great.
Man.
Do you have an MVP,
Anything else
Mike?
happen? I think it's the Benevolent King of the Waves.
Oh, yeah, he was great. He looked good.
Yeah. He saved his men. He cares. He's a big Chopper fan. I can relate.
Hell yeah. And that's the One Piece
we get, like-
fan letter.
We get like a cool scene after the credits of this one with all the Straw Hats, like kind of looking at the camera, being like, "Hey there, buddy, we're here for you." It's really nice.
Yeah.
I think, man, there's such cool shit in this, like Mihawk and Crocodile clashing at one point, and it's
Yeah.
really scary.
Yeah.
And then how much fucking yellow shirt guy, Marine,
What's his
Admiral.
name? What's his name?
Don't give it. I don't know, and I don't care. I know the other two. It's Akainu and
What is it?
Aokiji.
Yeah. And there's one more.
Yeah,
His
yellow.
one of his names is Borsalino,
Borsalino.
but he has another name that we use much more often.
Fucker.
Kizaru,
Stupid.
whatever.
But
He's
he
got
also
a
seems
light
very
sword.
scary. He's zooming around and basically like nearly kills a bunch of Marines. Dude
Probably did.
sucks.
He probably
He
did.
probably did kill a lot of Marines.
Yeah. But anyway, there we go.
Oh man, I just like the Benevolent King of the Waves because he kind of looks like Zangief.
He does look like you do. You do like him because he looks like Zangief, and he does look like Zangief.
I was looking at a picture of him right now.
There you go.
I want these guys to reanimate Long Ring Long Land with Chicky Cheetah.
You should send him a message.
I'll text them.
Say, hi, I am one of the co-hosts of the Fun Piece podcast. And I think you should spend
Right.
hundreds of thousands of dollars to reanimate Long Ring Long Land because it will make a lot of money.
With all the filler.
With
don't
all the
just
filler.
reanimate it. Don't change anything.
Yeah, just keep the
I just wanna
audio. Just edit to the audio.
Edit to the audio. Keep it all. Please include Chicky Cheetah. Make him canon.
Yeah.
We love him.
Historian was telling me that they're re-recording all the audio for the Fishman Island reanimation as well. Like they're redoing the voices.
For the dub?
Yeah.
I don't know, because what I saw was the Japanese, so I couldn't
Yeah,
compare it.
sure. I just was like, that seems interesting. Like they already have it already.
I would have guessed that they wouldn't be doing that because that seems like a money sink, and it's like they're just trimming scenes down.
Yeah.
And like recoloring and like slightly
Yeah.
editing.
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I heard. Hey, Michael,
Yeah.
we have a transponder snail.
Says who?
Says Luca. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da click. It's an update from Jaya. It says, Dear Matt, Mike, and the wonderful historian, last time I emailed you, I was on your Arlong Park commentary. Now I've sailed with you all the way to Jaya. I was super excited for you to meet the man, the myth, the legend, Bon Clay. Bon, Franky, and Brooke are my favorite characters at the moment. I just finished watching Return to Saba Odi. I totally agree with you guys that One Piece is just a D&D campaign. Zoro is the min-max fighter. Nami is the edgelord rogue, and that just wants to steal shit, and Brooke is the horny bard. I'll let you know once I reach my next milestone in your commentary, the end of Skypiea arc. Safe sailing, Luca.
I've never heard anybody describe Nami as an edgelord, but I like it. I guess she does stab herself.
She does.
Starts out pretty edgy.
She is. I'm pretty sure we might have referred to her as an edgelord.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
But that was also
That's
2 years ago. Who's to say?
fair. Yeah, they're not going to hear this for a while. I compare it a lot to. I'm not super familiar with the series, but I've like very slowly been playing Dragon Quest XI over the course of like 6 months. I'm not far in it. Like I play it like once a month, and I do like a chapter, and I'm like, oh, that's fun. But music and tone and stuff is very like you can see like it's very clear that Oda played a lot of Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
And was inspired.
Hell yeah. Hey, Oda. Chase your bliss.
The structure of that is like you go to a place, you get involved in a community, you help the community, you leave. Like that kind of vibe, which the structure of is good for a show too.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, Michael. Well, hey everyone. This is a filler episode, so it's not that long, okay? It's fine. It's not that long.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to call it here, but we love you all very much, and we'll be back.
Some of you.
We love you a lot.
Some of you.
Most of you? We'll be back next week with our regularly scheduled programming. Where we will be watching episodes 523 to 528, Fishman Island Part 1.
Fishman Island, baby, here we come.
Whoa.
So deep in the sea, but we still see the sun.
Woo, nice. You saved it.
Sanji's nose is bleeding, and that is
Cum.
something. He gets his face in booba.
And then he comes.
His heart starts thumping.
Sorry, I said the word "come" a lot.
That's where that king is from. King Arthur.
Kamabaka. What?
We've lost it.
What are you saying? I don't know what you're saying.
I was trying to remember what King Arthur's name was, and I was like, oh, that's where King Arthur is from. Come-a-lot, because you said come. I said come a lot.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt. That's the One Piece.
The One Piece is the mythical sword Excalibur. Super.